Hello, today I'm going to show you maybe the best Clash of Clans composition of all town halls. You'll see, it's super simple. Let's go! Here's the composition, it's pretty simple. First we've got a big dragon/balloon section. Then we've got a zap spell part. It's classic, but you'll see, it's very powerful. For the clan castle, we've got a blimp, and you'll see it's super clever how we're going to use it. As for the heroes, we're taking the Gargoyle Prince first. His equipment doesn't matter, but if you can equip the Dark Crown, that's still better. For the Grand Warden, only the Eternal Tome is mandatory, the other one doesn't matter. And for the Queen, this is very important. We absolutely need the Giant Arrow, and it has to be level 12. You'll see why, but it's insanely powerful. And the Queen's second equipment isn't too important, but if you've got the action figure, that's better. Alright, let's get into the first gameplay. So this strategy happens in 3 steps. First, we're going to use a giant arrow plus a zap. To destroy, listen carefully, all 4 air defenses. Yes, it's possible. We're going to take down every single air defense right from the start, without having deployed almost any troops. To succeed in our first step, it's very simple, but at the same time very minimalistic. We need to find the best angle for the Queen and her giant arrow. It has to hit 2 air defenses, so they need to be lined up. The other 2, we're gonna zap. That's why it's so important to have the giant arrow at least level 12. If it's only level 11, it won't one-shot the air defenses. We'll take a closer look at part 1 later on. In this first gameplay, I'll give you an overview of the composition. The hardest part of the composition is done. Now let's move on to the second step. We'll pick a side of the base to attack the one with the best path for a dragon. Then, we'll funnel with our 2 baby dragons, 1 on each side, and after that we'll drop our dragons and balloons. The goal is to keep the dragon right in the center. We don't want it to drift off to the side buildings. That's exactly what the baby dragons are for. Next we send in our line of dragons, followed by our line of balloons. In this case, the balloons are really strong, because not only do they take down defenses, but they also trigger the black mines that would otherwise deal massive damage to the dragons. Don't forget to drop your heroes as well. The Gargoyle Prince and the Grand Warden. We activate the Warden's ability pretty early, right when the first hit from the eagle comes in. The good thing is, this way we can protect all our balloons and push deep into the base. With that part done, only part 3 remains. Part 3 is the blimp. We're going to send it straight onto the eagle. That's something we'll always do. In every situation, send the blimp onto the eagle. The eagle is usually placed in hard to reach spots, so it's great to take it down with the blimp. And the faster we get rid of it, the less damage it can do. As for the spells, we'll go over them later in more detail on how to use them properly. But honestly, it's pretty straightforward, you'll pick it up easily. And that's it, we've already dropped everything. We didn't do anything complicated at all. Yet you'll see how easily this attack crushes the base. And if you have any questions about the composition or details I didn't cover, feel free to ask in the comments. I reply to absolutely everyone. Let's move on to the second gameplay. Now that you've got the big picture of this composition, we're going to dive a bit deeper so you can really master it. There aren't many hard things to learn with this comp. It's very simple to play, but there are a few little techniques you need to know. I'm going to show you. So the first thing to do is spot the 4 air defenses. Then, we figure out which 2 we can hit with our giant arrow. Keep in mind, the closer they are to each other, the easier it is to hit them both. Next, there's something important to consider, the outside buildings. Specifically, the ones lined up with the 2 air defenses we want to destroy. In this case, I chose to target these 2 air defenses. So the outside buildings we care about are the army camp on the right or the collector on the left. I decided to place my queen toward the collector on the left. The key is to line up the queen, the collector, and the 2 air defenses behind them. You see, it's very minimalistic. That first building here, the elixir collector, is kind of our anchor point. It's basically our crosshair. Almost. If I had placed my queen just a little higher, the giant arrow would have been shot downward. Next, I place my baby dragons. I'm going to take advantage of the funnel my queen created and use this path, so I clear all the buildings at the bottom right. Next, the same thing, a line of balloons, then a line of dragons, the Grand Warden, the Gargoyle Prince. But now, let's focus on the spells. We'll use our first rage spell early on our entire squad, so everyone can benefit from it. The second rage spell will be for our blimp when it pops. We'll rage everyone to take down the eagle. Placing the blimp is really simple. It heads straight for the town hall, so just drop it on the eagle's path toward the town hall. Next, we place our second and final rage spell, perfectly centered, so almost everyone can benefit from it. As for free spell placement, it's totally flexible. Most of the time, we use them on the Eagle, the Town Hall, or the Inferno Towers. And for our poison spell, we prioritize the Clan Castle. If there isn't one, we use it on a hero, preferably the Queen. Look how easily that went. I could almost do another attack with all the troops I have left. This composition is really strong. I 100% recommend it. Let's move on to the third and final gameplay. Look, this is the type of base you'll encounter in multiplayer. You'll see how completely I'm going to wipe it out with this strategy. It's a max Town Hall 12 base, except the walls aren't maxed. I'm showing you this attack too because I'm going to do a small variation of the strategy. Watch closely, it's interesting. The Eagle is quite off to the side and fairly accessible, so I decided to take it with my Dragon phase. No need to use my blimp for the Eagle, so I'll send it to the other side instead. It'll be able to take out 2 Inferno Towers, 2 Expos, and the Town Hall. It's perfect. It went so smoothly that I still have plenty of balloons left. Honestly, this strategy is super strong. If you enjoyed the video and found it helpful, don't hesitate to like and share it with your friends or your clan. It really helps me keep pursuing my passion. A big thanks for watching, and see you soon for another tutorial/guide. Goodbye.